Welcome to the JRPG Canon, podcast where we play a little bit of a video game to learn a little bit about video games. I'm Sam.
I'm Bernard.
And today we're going to play a little bit of Zork, the Great Underground Empire, released by Infocom in 1980. Are you familiar with Zork, Bernard?
I know it's an old-ass text adventure that people played back in the day.
Yeah, I think I know slightly more than that. I remember playing it at some point and promptly getting eaten by a grue, and then referencing in a field next to a White House a lot, and no one knew what I was talking about. And that's about all that I know. Weirdly, I was listening to the Video Game History Hour last week or something. It was a kind of old episode, but they were talking to the library director at MIT, which is where the people who made Zork went to school. And so I learned a lot of stuff about Zork very, very recently, accidentally. So that's as much as I got. But I did learn about a bunch about Zork on purpose, which we can talk about now. So the authors of Zork did a write-up of their time creating Zork in the April 1979 issue of IEEE Computer, not to be confused with IEEE Computer, which is a different thing. Googling this was hard. And the article is a hoot for being both a contemporary source that I always try to find, and also a primary source from the people's own lips. And also as a entry into the Twilight Zone, because this was before the word adventure game got invented in Your Computer magazine in 1981. And so in the article, they refer to these games as computerized fantasy simulation games and keep calling them CFS games the entire time. And boy, howdy, is that a bad name for a game genre. And I'm glad that adventure stuck. So Zork was created, as I said, at MIT between 1977 and 1979 by P. David Lebling, Tim Anderson, Mark S. Blank, and Bruce K. Daniels. And that was back when Anderson, Blank, and Daniels were students and Lebling was a staff member. They directly cite the fact that they got a copy of Adventure, thought it was awesome, but after completely solving the game, as in figuring out how to get every piece of text in the game to show itself, they did that in the first 5 months that they had a copy on MIT computers. They saw the way that the game was deficient and how it had a really low vocabulary, and they thought, hold my beer, and decided that they would make a game that they even called a successor to Adventure. In their write-up, they explained the complications of making natural language input that was able to understand verbs, prepositions, direct objects, and indirect objects, as well as multiple commands in the same input. So something like open the bag, eat the lunch, and drink the water would be understood by Zork when leave building wasn't understood in Adventure. They released the first version of Zork in 1977, but really released is a strong word. They had made their own adventure game. They titled it Zork because that was MIT slang for an unfinished computer thing, like how foo and bar are nowadays. And also were back then. They referenced foo and bar in their write-up. But because there were only like 3 computers in the world at the time, other users would snoop to see what programs are being run, and they found Zork and they spread it around ARPANET. So even though Zork was a temporary name and they were planning on calling it Dungeon, the way that Colossal Cave Adventure was named Adventure, Zork is what the executable was called, and it's what it broke containment as. Which turned out to be a good thing because a few years later they tried to relabel the Fortran port as Dungeon, but TSR, the owners of Dungeons and Dragons, sent them a cease and desist because they said it infringed on their Dungeons and Dragons copyright. So they went back to calling it Zork. This first version of Zork was smaller, both geographically and in computational complexity, but both grew together in huge ways. They talk about how they added a river and they needed a way to get across it, so they then had to simulate water and vehicles and how one would interact with them, and they added a whole bunch of vocabulary just to deal with getting a boat to cross the river. They finished development in 1981, mostly just because they ran out of RAM on the mainframe computers, which was a whopping 1 MB at the time, and less because they were out of ideas or thought that the game was actually finished. Most of the IEEE article is a computer science write up about how they wrote it, which is almost cute in its simplicity because it's like pioneering a lot of things. Like for example, at the end of the article, they talk about where computerized fantasy simulation games could go from there, and they hypothesize that where could be a verb, and so you could have armor and rings, and it's so quaint that they were like envisioning a world where equipment would be possible. They also said that they might make a programming language specifically for making computerized fantasy simulation games. And it's insane to see that game engines were being hypothesized about this early in the history of computer gaming. But it's especially cool to see the different ways they were hypothesizing about new ways to add simulation to the game, because Zork has a time system where each input that's understood by the parser increases the time by 1 tick, and things will happen X ticks in the future from when you do certain things. But Deadline, the game that I brought up during the takeaways for Atelier Marie, which is the first recorded game to have NPC schedules, was made by these same guys a few years after this article was written. So it's cool seeing be like, maybe you could do more with this time thing, and then they invented NPC schedules just a few years later. They also hypothesized about multiple player games, which again is so weird that they're writing gaming think pieces before terms exist, because they hyphenate multiple player games the entire time and they don't come up with the word multiplayer for another 2 or 3 years. It's also cool that they think that multiplayer games might be possible, because one of the most famous things that happened from the adventure game boom of Adventure and Zork is MUDs, which then created MMOs. And so multiplayer games were just a few years down the pike and down the pipe. And they like in the article hypothesize about how like netcode would have to work and how they would have to decide if the game was co-op or competitive. And it's really such an interesting read because it feels like aliens wrote it. They also
down the pike is correct, not down
oh,
the. You corrected yourself to down the pipe, but it's down the pike.
it felt like I was saying something Sam Almany and not actually real.
You can never know.
It's true. The article ends with them saying if you want a copy of Zork, to mail them a magnetic tape and they'll burn you a copy and mail it back. And they gave their actual physical addresses, which is insane. It's just, like I said, it feels like aliens wrote this article. Another article a couple years later in Byte magazine in December 1980, Lebling wrote another article where he describes CFS games, which he's still trying to make happen. And he says that they are a computerized storybook where instead of the author telling you the story, you have to squeeze it out of him by wit and brute force, which I only bring that up because I thought that was a cool way to talk about adventure games. In the article, he brings up that they successfully did make a Zork engine, because the later microcomputer ports of Zork are not in assembly or machine language, but in an instruction set specifically made to make CFS games. That way, they could make something as complicated as move an item to another room into a small 3-byte function call instead of having to tell the computer everything in ones and zeros. And because they made it into the Zork engine, all it took to port Zork is to make an interpreter for the Zork language, which is why Zork got even more ports than Adventure did, and probably was key to it being the adventure game that everybody remembers. This second article also says that all CFS games known to the author, which they then name 3, count them, 3 games, are fantasy games about solving puzzles and getting treasure. And he hypothesizes that games where it might be possible to use adventure games to tell other kinds of stories, which is
Whoa.
so weird.
You could tell one about a serial murder case. You could tell one about
a police knot,
body snatchers, or a police officer who's also an astronaut. Yeah.
I found one other contemporary article that was a review in Byte magazine, written by Bob Little, and I don't know if it's the first ever recorded instance, but it's the first one I've ever seen of someone saying that save scummers are playing the game wrong. He talks about how the microcomputer port of Zork added the ability to save your game to a blank floppy disk, and while cowards may use it to retain their hard-earned position in the game before making some dangerous move, the true purpose of this is to let you follow the game through to its ultimate end. And I love playing both of these games, or we haven't played Zork yet, but both of these games, seeing like how early certain things were in gaming is amazing to me. Like I was watching a video about the guy who was the first ever dungeon master playing the game that would eventually get worked into being Dungeons and Dragons, and in the first ever game of anything looking like D&D, one of the characters was like, I want to fight that guy, and the DM was like, oh shit, I don't know what to do, rolled a dice and killed his character. So the very first game of D&D had somebody doing something the DM didn't plan for, and a character death. And it's amazing that these things about gaming that have just become tropes over time were there from the very beginning. Speaking of being there from the very beginning, a final thing that I think is really neat about Zork is that they purposely avoided character descriptions and gendered language because they wanted everyone to be able to see themselves in the main character, which continues to prove that the fact that video games are for boys is bullshit, and marketing in the 80s and 90s made it up with, because I don't know, fourth ever adventure game was for the girls, the theys, and the gays, and that's really cool. Video games have been woke from the very beginning. But yeah, I think it's time for us to go get eaten by a Gru.
What if we don't get eaten by a Gru?
I know for a fact I will. The little bit I remember about Zork, I'm really, really bad at it.
This is so visually interesting.
Oh yeah, this is the good shit.
Zork 1, The Great Underground Empire. Copyright 1981, 1982, 1983, Infocom Incorporated. All rights reserved. Zork is a registered trademark of Infocom Incorporated. Revision 88, serial number 840726. West of house. You are standing in an open field west of a white house with a boarded front door. There is a small mailbox here. So you were saying that you would reference being in a field next to a white house, and people didn't get it. And I'm assuming they probably just thought you were talking about, you know, a certain famous white house that has fields around it.
Maybe so, but I just like I wouldn't reference it in ways to be like get it. It would just be like little throwaway things, and so because that's how all of my humor is little throwaway things. So people probably just didn't realize a joke was happening. That's
just like, why is he talking about the White House? There's a small mailbox here.
Open mailbox.
Opening the small mailbox reveals a leaflet.
Take leaflet.
Taken.
Read
leaflet. Whoa. Welcome to Zork. Zork is a game of adventure, danger, and low cunning. In it you will explore some of the most amazing territory ever seen by mortals. No computer should be without one. Okay.
Enter house.
I can't see how to get in from here. It says the front door is boarded.
Oh, it does. Let's say that. Let's go east.
The door is boarded, and you can't remove the boards. I thought we were west of the house. Oh, if we're west of the house, we would go east into the house.
That's right.
I'm bad with directions. Look in window. You can't see any window here.
Go around house.
North of house. You are facing the north side of a white house. There is no door here, and all the windows are boarded up. To the north of a narrow path winds to the north, a narrow path winds through the trees. I'm good at this.
Let's go north.
This is a path winding through a dimly lit forest. The path heads north-south here. One particularly large tree with some low branches stands at the edge of the path.
Look, tree.
That sentence isn't one I recognize. I don't understand the prompt and I won't respond to it. There's nothing special about the tree that I went out of my way to mention.
That's so weird. Okay. I guess we can continue going north.
Clearing. You are in a clearing with a forest surrounding you on all sides. A path leads south. On the ground is a pile of leaves.
Move leaves.
Done. In disturbing the pile of leaves, a grating is revealed.
Open. Grating.
The grating is locked. Man, both of these games have locked grates.
You start next to a building, and you got to open a locked grate in the forest. The genre conventions were pretty strong. Only 3 games in.
Well, I think in Adventure it was in a creek bed. The grate.
Yeah. Which was in the forest.
Still. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's go back.
Unlock
south.
grating. How about that? What do you want to unlock the grating with? You can't see any key here. Well,
Look at that smart-ass parser with remembering context. That's so cool.
oh. I thought you were just saying it was a smart ass for saying you can't see any key here, but
No.
yeah, that is a smart parser.
Yeah. So let's go back south
Forest
again.
path, north of house.
Right. So for north of house, and we were west and went east, so let's go east again. Behind house.
You are behind the White House. A path leads into the forest to the east. In one corner of the house, there is a small window which is slightly ajar.
Open. Go.
With a great effort, you open the window far enough to allow entry.
Enter window.
Kitchen. You are in the kitchen of the White House. A table seems to have been used recently for the preparation of food. A passage leads to the west and a dark staircase can be seen leading upward. A dark chimney leads down, and to the east is a small window which is open. On the table is an elongated brown sack smelling of hot peppers. A bottle is sitting on the table. The glass bottle contains a quantity of water.
Quantity.
Any
Take
particular
all.
quantity?
Brown sack taken. Glass bottle taken.
Oh, you can take all.
Yeah.
Open sack, I guess. Opening the brown sack reveals a lunch and a clove of garlic.
Eat.
Just a generic lunch.
Water.
You'll have to open the glass bottle first. Okay, thank you very much. It really hit the spot. I forgot to read the first line.
Open bottle and drink water.
Opened. Thank you very much. I was rather thirsty from all this talking, probably.
Very good. Okay. Look around.
In the kitchen of White House, I'm not reading this again.
No, I just forgot everything that it
Yeah.
said.
Which is fair. It said a lot. Which is why I don't want to read it again.
Go upstairs.
I don't know the word upstairs.
Go up.
You have moved into a dark place. It is pitch black. You are likely to be eaten by a grue.
Go back.
You use the word back in a way that I don't understand. Kitchen.
Passage leads to the west. Dark chimney leads down. Chimneys don't go down.
A dark chimney leads down into the east. A dark chimney leads down.
Living room.
You are in the living room. There is a doorway to the east, a wooden door with strange Gothic lettering to the west, which appears to be nailed shut, a trophy case, and a large oriental rug in the center of the room. Above the trophy case hangs an elvish sword of great antiquity. A battery-powered brass lantern is on the trophy case. Trophy case. The trophy case is securely fastened to the wall. Sword, taken. Brass lantern, taken. Carpet. The rug is extremely heavy and cannot be carried.
Carpet?
With great effort, the rug is moved to one side of the room, revealing the dusty cover of a closed trap door.
Open trap door.
The door reluctantly opens to reveal a rickety staircase descending into darkness.
Light lamp and go down.
You're enjoying being able to do multiple things.
Yeah, I am.
The brass lantern is now on. The trapdoor crashes shut and you hear someone barring it. Cellar. You're in a dark and damp cellar with a narrow passageway leading north and a crawlway to the south. On the west is the bottom of a steep metal ramp, which is unclimbable. Your sword is glowing with a faint blue glow. There's Nazgul nearby.
Yeah, I was about to say. Okay, so we can go north and south, and we can't go west, and east isn't mentioned. So let's...
East is right out.
Let's go north.
The troll room. I don't like this. This is a small room with passages to the east and south and a forbidding hole leading west. Bloodstains and deep scratches, perhaps made by an axe, mar the walls. A nasty-looking troll brandishing a bloody axe blocks all passages out of the room. Your sword has begun to glow very brightly. The flat of the troll's axe skins across your forearm.
Attack troll with sword.
A good slash, but it misses the troll by a mile. The axe sweeps past you as you jump aside.
Stab troll.
A quick stroke, but the troll is on guard. The axe crashes against the rock, throwing sparks.
Let's see if it...
A good stroke, but it's too slow. The troll dodges. The troll's axe stroke cleaves you from the nave to the chops. I'm not sure what my nave and my chops are, but I'm pretty sure I don't want them cloven.
Yeah.
It appears that the last blow was too much for you. I'm afraid you are dead. You have died. Now let's take a look here. Well, you probably deserve another chance. I can't quite fix you up completely, but you can't have everything. Forest. This is a forest with trees in all directions. To the east, there appears to be sunlight. Forest path. Is this the one with the low-hanging branches?
Yes.
Take branches. You can't be serious.
Okay, never mind.
I am serious. North of house, there's a brown sack here. The brown sack contains a clove of garlic. So, did our sack get knocked out of the house?
I don't know. Go south.
The windows are all boarded.
Okay. Go east, behind house. Enter window. Look. Inventory.
A brown sack. The brown sack contains a clove of garlic.
Okay, I don't still have my lamp.
I suppose I want to eat the clove of garlic, but I suppose we might encounter a vampire.
The fact that it respawned after eating it earlier makes me think.
No, we ate the lunch. The lunch was separate from the clove of garlic.
It was a clove of garlic and a lunch. Oh, I
yes,
just tried
it said
to.
There was a lunch and a clove of garlic.
I just tried to scroll up. I forgot I was on DOS.
Is the sword still there?
No.
That's not good. But we have the lantern. We could go upstairs now. It was dark there. But we'll want to light the lantern first.
already on.
You didn't turn it off when you died. How? Oh, attic. This is the attic. The only exit is a stairway leading down. A large coil of rope is lying in the corner. On the table is a nasty-looking knife. Nasty knife. Taken. Rope. Taken. The trapdoor is closed. The door reluctantly opens. Crashes shut. You hear someone barring it.
Okay. We went north and the troll killed us. I kind of want to get our stuff, but I don't think I can beat the troll. Should I try again?
we had a magic sword, an elvish sword of great antiquity before, and now all we have is a nasty knife and a coil of rope. So I don't think our chances have improved.
Yeah.
So I think we should go south. You're on the east edge of a chasm, the bottom of which cannot be seen. A narrow passage goes north, and the path you are on continues to the east. Gallery. This is an art gallery. Most of the paintings have been stolen by vandals with exceptional taste. The vandals left through either the north or west exits. Fortunately, there is still one chance for you to be a vandal, for on the far wall is a painting of unparalleled beauty. Are you going to be a vandal? Moral choices. Take painting of unparalleled beauty. What? I don't know the word paint. I'm not going to say the full thing that you typed.
Okay. North or west exits. We went east, so now let's go north.
Studio. This appears to have been an artist's studio. The walls and floors are splattered with paints of 69 different colors. Nice. Strangely enough, nothing of value is hanging here. At the south end of the room is an open door, also covered with paint. A dark and narrow chimney leads up from a fireplace. Although you might be able to get up, it seems unlikely you could get back down. What? Loosely attached to a wall is a small piece of paper. Congratulations, you are the privileged owner of Zork 1, the Great Underground Empire, a self-contained and self-maintaining universe. If used and maintained in accordance with normal operating practices for small universes, Zork will provide many months of trouble-free operation.
Oh, also, because I said read paper, it automatically took it for me.
Oh.
It's very cool.
Nice.
Okay. So, use rope to climb chimney. Climb chimney.
You can't get up there with what you're carrying. Oh.
I do have a lot of stuff, I guess.
Drop Zork Owner's Manual?
And... I was going to put the painting in the trophy case, but...
I thought the trophy case was locked. Oh no, it was secured to the wall.
Yeah.
And it thought you were trying to take it.
Yeah.
There, I've dropped a piece of paper that had a paragraph on it. Can I climb now?
No. Okay. Climb.
Is the chimney just going to go back to the kitchen?
Yeah, because if it went back to the kitchen, I would go to the trophy case to put the painting. It feels like it's a treasure. But, so that's definitely a way up, but can't do it with all this stuff.
We might need this brown sack.
Okay, so... Yeah, so I guess we just gotta go back south.
East of Chasm. Cellar.
Back north, right?
I guess. Nasty looking troll brandishing a bloody axe blocks passages. A furious exchange, and the troll is knocked out. Oh, okay.
I did it.
I guess you knocked it out with the blunt end of the knife. There's a bloody axe here. An unconscious troll is sprawled on the floor. Taken. What do you want to kill the troll with? The unarmed troll cannot defend himself. He dies.
I feel so bad.
Moral choices. Almost as soon as the troll breathes his last breath, a cloud of sinister black fog envelops him, and when the fog lifts, the carcass has disappeared. That's fine. Interesting. I don't know the word interesting.
Okay. So we
No forbidding hole. What?
Let's see. We went north to get here, I think. Yeah. So
Mini map on. This is a narrow east-west passageway. There is a narrow stairway leading down at the north end of the room. Chasm. A chasm runs southwest to northeast, and the path follows it. You are on the south side of the chasm, where a crack opens into a passage.
Okay, yeah. My natural language parser is having trouble figuring out the lay of the land here. So the south side has a crack that goes into a passage. We just went north, so that's where we came from. So we need to go northeast.
Reservoir South. You are in a long room on the south shore of a large lake, far too deep and wide for crossing. There is a path along the stream to the east or west, a steep pathway climbing southwest along the edge of a chasm, and a path leading into a canyon to the southeast. Oh, for southeast. I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Deep canyon. You are on the south edge of a deep canyon. Passages lead off to the east, northwest, and southwest. A stairway leads down. You can hear the sound of flowing water from below. Loud room. This is a large room with a ceiling which cannot be detected from the ground. That's an interesting way to phrase that. There is a narrow passage from east to west and a stone stairway leading upward. The room is deafeningly loud with an undetermined rushing sound. The sound seems to reverberate from all of the walls, making it difficult even to think. On the ground is a large platinum bar. I see you don't even have to wait. Bar. Look. Oh, echo. It's echoing.
Oh, that's so
Your
funny.
thoughts are echoing.
That's so funny. That's very good.
Do we have hearing protection?
So if I go back down, can I go east or west? Yes, I can.
Damp cave. This cave has exits to the west and east and narrows to a crack towards the south. The earth is particularly damp here.
Ew.
Likely trait for a damp cave.
So let's keep going east.
White Cliffs Beach. You are on a narrow strip of beach which runs along the base of the White Cliffs. There is a narrow path heading south along the cliffs and a tight passage leading west into the cliffs themselves.
South.
You're on a rocky narrow strip of beach beside the cliffs. A narrow path leads north along the shore.
Okay, so there's nothing here, I guess. So I guess we'll go back. Actually, it didn't say it was a dead end. Okay.
You can't go that way. Why not? Wet. Round room. This is a circular stone room with passages in all directions. Several of them have unfortunately been blocked by cave-ins. All directions. Is that the 4 cardinal directions? Is that
I think it's
8 directions? Do we get to know which ones have been blocked?
So
I don't know the word which.
Okay.
I guess just go west or north-south passage. This is a high north-south passage, which forks to the northeast.
That's not how north-south passages work.
It's a north-south passage, and it has a fork to the northeast.
Okay. So that's southwest to go back, and then south, move around rooms. Let's go south again.
This is a long and narrow corridor, where a long north-south passageway briefly narrows even further. Mirror room. You're in a large square room with tall ceilings. On the south wall is an enormous mirror which fills the entire wall. There are exits on the other 3 sides of the room. Looks mirror, I guess.
Yeah.
That sentence isn't one I recognize. There is an ugly person staring back at you. Excuse me. I don't know the word rude. This is a tiny cave with entrances west and north, and a dark, forbidding staircase leading down.
Keep going down, baby.
Entrance to Hades!
Whoops!
You're outside a large gateway on which is inscribed, "Abandon every hope, all ye who enter here." The gate is open. Through it you can see a desolation with a pile of mangled bodies in one corner. Thousands of voices lamenting some hideous fate can be heard. The way through the gate is barred by evil spirits who jeer at your attempts to pass. I didn't say I was passing.
Huh?
I was gonna turn around myself. Talk spirits? Talk evil spirits? Talk to evil spirits? The spirits jeer loudly and ignore you. The number of ghosts pauses for a moment, perhaps thinking that you should reread the manual. What?
I dropped the manual. I can't scroll up. We went up to the cave. Oh, I can't remember. It was north? North.
Are you trying to get back to the manual?
Yes.
I
There's
don't know
a
how
package. North was a chasm.
It was in the studio, right?
Yeah. You were on the south side, so we're gonna go south. Wait, no.
Probably should have
So
been
we're
making a map,
Yep.
but we didn't.
Southwest.
We have to get to the gallery.
No.
The troll room.
I think this is. Oh, wait, no. Did we. The gallery was before the troll room, right?
I think so, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't fucking remember.
Okay, so let's go south. Cellar. And let's go south again. This chasm. East.
Gallery!
North.
Take manual!
I did it.
You are the privileged owner of Zork 1, the Great Underground Empire, and a self-contained, self-maintaining universe. If used and maintained in accordance with normal operating practices for small universes, Zork will provide many months of trouble-free operation.
Okay, well that doesn't help me.
Turn page. What do you want to turn the page with? Hand. Nasty knife. Yeah, I don't know.
No idea.
Maybe there's an actual manual.
And I don't think there was one in. Oh, there is the thing that says view manual here. But it says Beyond Zork manual and Zork Zero manual. It's the only ones that come with it.
I see. Maybe the game was just being mean. Maybe it just knew. Oh, You've left your manual behind, and now we're going to send you on a merry chase. What do you want to hand? What do you want to turn the page with?
Can't see any
You
page
can't
here.
see any page here.
Okay.
This is silly.
So south is gallery. West, east, chasm.
Go chasm. You don't have to go chasm.
Okay. North. East. Look. Down. Southwest. This is a new place.
Oh, a seedy-looking individual with a large bag just wandered through the room. On the way through, he quietly abstracted some valuables from the room and from your possession, mumbling something about doing unto others before. So... You can't see any thief here. Stab individual, I guess. Well, he passed through the room. Are we
I still have
missing
my knife.
anything? Yeah.
And I don't have the painting. He took my painting.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. Makes sense. Reservoir.
Cross large lake.
Stream view.
You are standing on a path beside a gently flowing stream. The path follows the stream, which flows from west to east. The stream emerges from a spot too small for you to enter. Enter spot.
Reservoir south. Southwest. No, that was from chasm. So we'll go southeast. Canon. South edge. Passages lead off to the east, northwest, and southwest. Stairway leads down.
On the ground is a large platinum bar. A plug ears.
Nope.
Ears. Look.
The ladder room was west. Round. Awesome.
Can you plug your ears now and then go in? I don't think plug ears is actually going to be recognized. I don't know
It
the
knows
word
plug,
ears.
but not ears. That's fun. Okay, now, which way was Hades? I think we were going east? Nope. We're going west.
East-west passage.
Now we're
Troll
gonna shift
room.
East, south. That we went down a lot of stairs. I don't know how we can go back to the troll room by just going east after we've gone down, I think, 3 flights of stairs.
Who can say? There's a long and narrow corridor with a long north-south passageway briefly narrows even further. Break mirror. Maybe there's something behind the mirror. You have broken the mirror. I hope you have 7 years' supply of good luck handy.
Oh, whoops.
Look. You are in a large square room with tall ceilings. On the south wall is an enormous mirror which fills the entire wall. There are exits. Unfortunately, the mirror has been destroyed by your recklessness.
That's fun. Okay, west.
This is a winding passage. It seems that there are only exits to the east and north. Cave. You can't go that way. This is a tiny cave with entrances west and south and a dark, forbidding staircase leading down. Entrance to Hades.
Talk to spirits.
Read manual.
Nope.
Reread manual.
No.
Jeer at spirits. You seem unable to interact with these spirits.
All right. All of that got us nothing. I thought we were figuring out a puzzle and we got diddly squat. Okay.
Go Hades. I don't know the word Hades.
Enter gate.
Some invisible force prevents you from passing through the gate.
Go anyways.
I don't know the word anyways.
All right. So
Where are all the grooves?
It happens if your lamp goes out, which, since I just did a whole heck of a lot, I wasted a lot of battery for it not to even matter. So, west and north. North is the mirror room. What do you mean? I just went north. What do you mean I can't go south? There are only exits on the east and north, so now we can go north. Now we're back in the mirror room. I'm lost. East cave. So now we can go north and take us back to the mirror room. That's not how that should work.
Winding passage.
That's not how that should work.
It seems that there are only exits to the east and north, but who can say?
Okay. Let's go north again. Along a narrow corridor. North. Okay. Northeast. Can't go that way. Northwest. Southeast.
Engravings cave. You have entered a low cave with passages leading northwest and east. There are old engravings on the walls here. The engravings were incised in the living rock of the cave wall by an unknown hand. They depict in symbolic form the beliefs of the ancient Zorkers, skillfully interwoven with the bas reliefs. I don't know that word.
That feels like an art term I may have seen.
Yes. Are excerpts illustrating the major religious tenets of that time. Unfortunately, a latter age seems to have considered them blasphemous and just as skillfully excised them.
That's funny, because they were incised, but now they were excised. Okay. Low cave. Northwest, where we came from, so let's go east.
You are at the periphery of a large dome, which forms the ceiling of another room below. Protecting you from a precipitous drop is a wooden railing which circles the dome.
Go around.
What do you want to go around? Use compass directions for movement, asshole.
Okay, let's keep going east.
You can't go that way. A lean and hungry gentleman just wandered through carrying a large bag. Finding nothing of value, he left disgruntled. I guess he doesn't want to eat a garlic.
Yeah.
But probably would have taken your lunch. You can't go that way. You can't go that way. Someone carrying a large bag is casually leaning against one of the walls here. He does not speak, but it is clear from his aspect that the bag will be taken only over his dead body. Take aspect? Nasty knife. Or the axe. A good stroke, but it's too slow. The thief dodges. The thief, finding nothing of value, left disgusted. Perhaps the knife would have been faster and hit him.
So. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Where are we? In the engravings cave. So let's go back east.
Take engravings.
Periphery of a large dome, which runs the other room, protecting from to stop a wooden railing, which circles the dome.
Oh, tie rope to railing. Do we still have the rope? The rope drops over the side and comes within 10 feet of the floor.
We did it!
This is a large room with a prominent doorway leading to a down staircase. Above you is a large dome. Up around the edge of the dome, 20 feet up, is a wooden railing. In the center of the room sits a white marble pedestal. A piece of rope descends from the railing above, ending some 5 feet above your head. Sitting on the pedestal is a flaming torch made of ivory. So are we 5 foot
5
flat?
foot tall? That's what it sounds like.
That's not very tall. Taken.
Okay, so...
Flaming torch made of ivory, wow.
Looks like down is the only way to go from here.
Temple. This is the north end of a large temple. On the east wall is an ancient inscription, probably a prayer in a long-forgotten language. Below the prayer is a staircase leading down. The west wall is solid granite. The exit to the north end of the room is through huge marble pillars. There's a brass bell here. Are we going to ring the bell?
Ding dong.
Ding dong. Ding dong.
So, east wall.
Wonder what would happen if we rang the bell in the loud room. The prayer is inscribed in an ancient script, rarely used today. It seems to be a philippic against small insects' absent-mindedness and the picking up and dropping of small objects. The final verse consigns trespassers to the land of the dead. All evidence indicates that the beliefs of the ancient Zorkers were obscure. Dropped. Taken. Why are you doing that?
Because it says
the
to dropping of small
of-
objects. Yeah. So seeing if it would make those spirits mad.
Was the bell small? Did it say the size of the bell?
And
Because we took a painting. That's pretty big. That sentence is the one I recognize. There's something special about the brass bell.
look at torch.
The torch is burning. So now we have a torch and
Wish. Yeah, safer battery.
the brass lantern is now off.
Look. Hey, it's still burning. I love that it doesn't know the word look, but it knows the word extinguish.
No, it knows the word look.
It knows look at, but it doesn't know look.
Well,
That's what the
look
sentence is
bell
about.
isn't how we speak English.
It's how we speak adventure.
Okay.
More.
Torch room.
Okay.
Not anymore. We took the torch.
I thought we went down the
What?
stairs. Yeah. Oh, it's a doorway leading to down staircase. Okay.
A prominent doorway.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go back down, and then in the
Temple?
temple, north end of large temple on the east wall. It's an ancient inscription. Below the prayer is a staircase leading down. Let's go down again.
Oh, you read the prayer. What if we recited the prayer? This is a room which looks like an Egyptian tomb. There is an ascending staircase to the west. The solid gold coffin used for the burial of Ramses II is here.
Okay, I guess the great underground empire of Zork is on the human Earth in the real world, and it's Egyptian.
Are we going to disturb the coffin?
Yeah, we are.
The gold coffin opens. A scepter, possibly that of ancient Egypt itself, is in the coffin. The scepter is ornamented with colored enamel and tapers to a sharp point. Sounds dangerous. Taken. Closed.
I guess we just go back up.
We got away with that, huh? I don't know the word recite. I don't know the word speak. I don't think this is a thing. I think
No, I just
Read prayer aloud. Yeah.
West wall of solid granite. Why are you... Look at west wall.
You can't see any west wall here. Look, granite. That sentence isn't one I recognize. There's nothing special about the granite wall.
And why did you talk about it? You could have just said nothing.
It's flavor.
I guess we go back up.
Porch room.
Large room. Downstairs.
I don't suppose we can climb back up. The rope is 5 feet above our head. You can't see any rope here. Piece of rope. Jump. Jump and grab to rope. Use the word grab in a way I don't understand. You can't see any rope here. The rope is too high up.
It seems like it.
We can't even see it.
What do we got?
Put the scepter on the pedestal. That sentence isn't one I recognize. We have to remember we have to speak English.
I know.
There's nothing special about the scepter.
It seemed pretty special, but okay.
Ding dong. Are we to die down here?
I think we're to die down here. Alright.
At least there's already a coffin.
Alright. Large room. Should we go get in the coffin?
Why not?
Down.
Why is it Ramses in the coffin that was used for his burial? An interesting idea. You can't see any lid here. What a concept.
Can I take the coffin?
Your load is too heavy.
What I got? Yeah, I don't think it. Put X in coffin.
Done.
Coffin. Load is too heavy.
I mean, I think the total load is going to be the same if you put the axe in the coffin and then take the coffin.
I was just checking.
I don't think we're going to be able to take the coffin anyway. It's a solid gold coffin. It's probably pretty heavy on its own.
Drop all. Take coffin.
Taken. Oh.
Cool. I want everything else though.
Well, you can't take all now. Did we try typing just up in the room with the rope?
I don't know if we did.
That might be a way out. It has been suggested in the chat. You can't forget the brass bell.
It's true. Okay. West. Cannot reach.
You cannot reach the rope. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh.
But if we stand on the coffin.
Yeah, so let's go down.
Or if we stand on the pedestal.
Down. Drop all. Take. Torch. Take.
Very good.
Up. Up. Drop. Coffin.
Dropped. A seedy-looking individual with a large bag just wandered through the room. On the way through, he quietly abstracted some valuables from the room and from your position, mumbling something about doing it to others before. The thief seems to have left you in the dark. Oh, shit.
Down. Down.
It is pitch black. You are likely to be eaten by a grue. Someone carrying a large bag is casually leaning against the walls as he does not speak. So can we take the stuff that we can't even see? It's too dark to see. It is pitch black. You are likely to be eaten by a grue.
I think we're gonna get eaten by a grue because our lamp is right here.
We could go back up. You have moved into a dark place. It is pitch black. You are likely to be eaten by a grue.
Down.
So the temple is lit. It's lit.
It's lit.
But we live here now.
Yeah. Read prayer. Nope.
I mean, it sounds like we've been consigned to the land of the dead.
Down.
Eat grue. It's too dark to see.
Grab around blindly until you find the lamp.
What the word blindly? Just go a direction. That sentence isn't one I recognize.
West's temple.
Oh no!
Okay.
You have walked into the slavering slavering? Is that how you pronounce that? Fangs of a lurking grue. Bad luck, huh? You have died. Now let's take a look here. Well, you probably deserve another chance. I can't quite fix you up completely, but you can't have everything. Forrest, there's a glass bottle here. There's a sword here.
Hey, he teleported our stuff here.
Some of our stuff that we didn't have, that we had in our first life.
Uh-huh.
Break bottle into weapon. The rank undergrowth prevents eastward movement. This is the one that was in the mailbox, I assume, but maybe not. We should read it.
Yeah. West behind house. Window.
Go chimney.
Go.
It's
It's
here! You hit your head against the chimney as you attempt this feat.
Cute. Okay.
Crouch.
Oh, it doesn't have a lamp in here, does it?
Gothic lettering.
It gave me the
wooden
lamp
door.
back last time.
Was the wooden door with strange Gothic lettering always here?
Yes.
The engravings translate to, this space intentionally left blank.
That's good. Okay. I guess we go down. No, we
It is
don't.
pitch black. You are likely to be eaten by a grue. And now the door has been barred shut. You try to ascend the ramp, but this is impossible, and you slide back down.
Oh.
You minimize their application, it says.
No, it crashed the application.
Shit.
Well, that was 51 minutes. So, we managed to get eaten by a grue. So I think that's a good enough place to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this rules. I can see why this one is the one that everyone remembers. Adventure was great, but this is like also great.
I mean, there was a lot that I liked. I liked the writing in Adventure more, but this was certainly more advanced, and I can see it being like these people iterated on Adventure and gave it an actual title.
Yeah.
Accidentally, as you said.
Yeah. I liked how more advanced the parser was. It feels even more advanced than like Maniac Mansion and other things I had played later. I think it's Maniac Mansion I'm thinking of. I can't remember. I was very little playing it, but I remember it was one of the text adventure games that had graphics. You know what I mean? Before it was like a full
Yeah.
adventure game. And I remember fighting with that one so much where like I was in a room with a door and I was like, open door, go door, use door, exit door. And like I couldn't get anything to work. And this one, the fact that I could say, take this and this and this and this and this, but not this, and it grabbed them all was very, very cool.
Yeah, I haven't played many text adventures. I have watched Strong Bad play the 1980 adventure game Vampire Castle, or Vampire's Castle Adventure, I think it's sometimes called, and the parser in that one was rough
Yeah.
from what I saw Strong Bad do.
Yeah, I have really, really enjoyed these two text adventure games. We have a couple more text adventure games on the list from that L had requested, so I don't know if the next ones will have graphics or not. I think the next one we're playing is Portopia though, which I know does have graphics, and so I'm excited to do more of it. I'm enjoying these a lot more than I thought. Like after playing Colossal Cave Adventure, I was like, I want more of this.
This is basically just adventure again, but with more advanced parser, and the writing is good in a subtly different way.
Yeah.
It's less whimsical. However, I found that it had a lot of interesting word choices that I liked, such as I'm trying to think of a specific example, such as the scratches and blood and stuff mar the walls.
Yeah.
Lots of good word choices like that. I did think there were some poorly constructed sentences.
Yeah.
And when the whole game is text, that's not great.
Yeah. Like when it was like you enter a room that the ceiling is too far to be seen from the ground or something like that. It was odd for sure.
And there were some places where in my brain, I was being pedantic. I was like, oh, what that pronoun is referring to is unclear if you're an absolute idiot, which I'm pretending to be because I want to be pedantic about this pronoun. But, it was still fun. It was good.
Yeah, it was. And I felt like in Adventure, I enjoyed a lot of the. Oh, actually, so it kind of reminds me of the differences between a JRPG and a CRPG, where in JRPGs they are almost usually a crafted experience and you are experiencing the thing that the person wanted you to, but then in CRPGs it's very systemic, and a way that this comes up a lot is like in Final Fantasy games, there will be like, oh, you should be able to have this dolphin do this really crappy mini game so that you can use the dolphin to climb up. And so they make a bespoke part of it for the interaction with the dolphin. But in a CRPG, they make all these systems and it's like, oh, you can pickpocket anybody, so of course you can pickpocket the final boss and take the MacGuffin and win the game right at the beginning or whatever. And I feel that Adventure was a Final Fantasy, and so things like kill dragon with what, your bare hands, yes, and then it succeeds and you kill the dragon, was a bespoke thing that happens all the time. You don't get to do that everywhere, but I feel here you could do a lot of your verbs to everything, which was cool and different. But yeah, Zork rules. I can't wait for Portopia. If you like what you heard today and you're not already subscribed to RPG Book Club, you should check us out wherever you get your podcasts. After subscribing, you can head on over to www.rpgbook.club, where any and all donations will help us offset the cost of running the show. If you donate $1 or more a month, you'll get access to our bonus feed, which has after shows for each episode of the podcast, as well as bonus seasons of the show covering the Tales of series and the Star Ocean series. If you donate $5 or more a month, you'll also get your name shouted out at the end of every episode, a little like this. Shoutouts to Dragon Slayer 19, Freddie Rodriguez, and Jfro Prime. And finally, at $20 or more a month, you can make me say a one-sentence shout-out to whatever it is you like, such as El Tantavi. He wants you to check out Aftermath.site, a worker-owned, reader-supported news site covering video games, the internet, and the cultures that surround them. As well as Kildranas, who says to check out Podcasters Assemble. It's a documentary-style, crowdsourced movie hype and rewatch podcast. Every season, podcasters from around the world are assembled to review, reminisce, and riff on a popular franchise. And then shout-outs to Vimk, who says, beside the point. And then shoutouts to It's Clear Time, who says, for you TTRPG nerds, check out Fabula Ultima. I'm not affiliated with the game, I just think it's neat. For the JRPG Canon, I've been Sam.
I'm Bernard.
Go play some games.